What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point. But I guess that's answering a different question. Okay. Do I think this town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not. But it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. I could be riding on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Comet around being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. Yeah, man. I feel like what are you sick with is really insensitive. But I want to know, what are you sick with? Sorry, Reese, Comet is pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is gonna be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. The future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Damn, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. But what's your diagnosis, though? She's, really persistent, too. I'm afraid the answer isn't very illuminating because it's not any one particular thing. It's just a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it is just weird, like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Elasticity? Oh my god. Kinda cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? No, feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week, whoa. Your art. There sure is a lot of it. Yeah, it's kind of a compulsion. Being stuck down here all the time can be pretty frustrating. My emotions have nowhere to go, so they just writhe and grow inside of me and pick me apart from within. But when it gets bad, I can just pick up a paintbrush and let them flow out of me and onto a canvas. Like I can trap them somewhere outside of myself, at least for a little while. But they come back over and over again, so I keep painting. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online. Just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. Hey, do you think he's a Comet Signal viewer? I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. Oh man, like... Look, I think the whole thing with, like, artists getting big after they die, I don't think that happens in this century, you know? Oh, that's quite a movie collection you've got. Got any recs? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shinochi Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Damn, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. Remain silent. Do you want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? I mean... I imagine he'll say no, but... Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That would be so amazing, but... I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. So the three of you go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but also not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. In Tabitha's defense, Gretchen appears to react the same way, so maybe Tabitha just has a sixth sense. You know, she did jump after us in the mine yesterday, and we asked her about it, and she kind of brushed us off. She was kind of like, oh, well, I just did that because you look like you were about to walk into the distance like in a horror movie or something. But it was like, but nobody else did, right? You did. You jumped after me. So yeah, maybe she just... maybe she just senses something is off about Reese the same way Gretchen does. I don't know. Same here. Though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it though. I'm not gonna offer to pose for his paintings, that seems kind of flirty. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table! Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands. With soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Do you have like separate soap bars for each of us then, you know? Just to really be safe? Sure thing, Doc. My hands are already clean. Lie, I'm allergic to soap. Yeah, go wash your hands. Why are we gonna make a thing of this? No use saying anything here. It's probably best to just silently comply. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. What? Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door. Well, we got a really long thing here. I think open the door. I don't know. I feel like we should open the door. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well, there's something compelling about this door. Looking for the bathroom? Nothing? I need to see what's behind this door. No, you don't. You need to wash your hands, eat dinner, and then get out of my house. I want to see what's behind the door. Return to the door. Oh my god. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder and yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. I want to know what's behind the door! Urgh! She's looking right at us. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative. And Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets toward Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know what? No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Oh my god. I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom was poisoning her kid for 18 years. No, we can't accuse her of that. That is messed up. Do you think we can get kicked out? Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I like to stir shit sometimes. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Keen-eyed, Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glance toward her son before flitting back to a position of annoyance. You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. I wonder what that means. Like, I'm guessing what's going on is not that, right? It's not. She's not poisoning him, right? Or maybe, but I'm guessing that's not what's going on, but I'm guessing she's afraid because he's already kind of, you know, questioning her. And yeah, yeah. About Reese. Does no one in this town have two parents? I'm kind of wondering that myself. Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and the job's even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find happy endings anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy, even if bad things have happened to them. I guess living in denial is a kind of happiness, sure. What exactly does he have? I gotta know! I'm not poisoning my son. So you can stop with the thinly veiled accusations. Yeah. I don't know, though. Like I said, I don't think she's scared of him finding out that she's poisoning. I'm sure she's just scared that, like, if trust between them erodes, then she won't be able to look after him. You know? If he starts getting it in his head that, oh, my mom is poisoning me, maybe he'll stop taking his medication, that kind of thing. That would be bad, right? I'm sure that's all it is. He has a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into. A lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it again. So let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else. How about we talk about that door? The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Ooh. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Comet is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Oh. Now I feel bad. That's my fault. Like, I was stirring shit. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much.